What's up, YouTube? Coming live from Maddie's Daddy's 12 channel. First, I'd like to thank him for letting me host a video on his channel. I appreciate that a lot. Today, we're going to talk about Yu-Gi-Oh! Ethics and behavior. Have you ever gone to like a regional YCS or locals and run into a player who's just really rude or just someone you don't want to deal with? They don't give you time to respond to their moves and just have an overall bad attitude. They tend to ruin the game for you, don't they? And sometimes the rest of the day, if they're really rude enough, for that to happen. On the other hand, have you ever run into someone who's really chill and laid back? You like playing them over and over again, not because they're good or their deck's good, or maybe because they're easy win. You like playing them because they make the game fun and actually worthwhile. I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who wishes that everyone was like that in tournaments. It makes it so much easier and so much fun. We have all once been that guy that either people love to play or love to avoid. There are some things to take into consideration before I go into some bad habits to get rid of and some good habits to develop. Obviously, not everyone is the same. This is a children's card game. Doesn't give you the right to act like one. So please be mature when playing, or don't make the playing environment unfair or not worth playing for someone else. I know there are some exceptions to why people act a certain way. Example, like having a bad day or maybe just having problems. Use this game as a positive outlet to let it all out. Don't use it to take your frustrations on others. They didn't do anything to you. Last thing is, it's just a game. Don't treat it like a life or death situation. Many people take it way too serious. That can potentially ruin games for others and make them not want to play you. Just chill, relax, have fun, exchange strategies, ideas, and be friendly. No need to be hostile towards people. So let's start out with some bad habits that some people need to get rid of, or what I've noticed. Remember, these are all my opinion. Not everyone has these. I at one point have been guilty of these too, so I'm not just referring to everyone else, not me. So, first thing, going fast. I think this one's pretty obvious. I am guilty of this as well because I get excited a lot. Don't assume your opponent is going to go as fast as you do. Some players like to take their time and not get rushed because that is when people make the most mistakes. Give your opponent a window of opportunity to respond, and don't just go all over the place. I'm definitely guilty of this. I used to do this a lot. A good 5 seconds is a good window of time for them. Doesn't seem like much, but it is when you're playing. Slow down more if you have to. Some people can't help it. I understand it. I get excited too sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. When I open up with good combos and I just want to pull it off already, and hopefully I don't get like negated or anything. But you can't just do that yet until some type of response is taken from your opponent. Just because they don't tell you anything doesn't mean to keep going. They could be thinking about it. So before every move, make sure it's safe to move on. Number 2, no communication. When your opponent asks for a response, make sure they know what you're going to do or what you're not going to do. Verbally tell them. Don't just shrug or nod no. That doesn't help out. Say something so they are reassured you have nothing to respond with. The reason why it's always good to communicate, because it prevents a lot of misunderstandings and makes the game a little bit smoother. It's a bad habit a lot of people have, because I'll sit there waiting for some type of response and they just look at me funny and get mad that I don't keep going. I wait on them because if something does go down and they try to go back and change their mind on something, you can say that, hey, I asked for a response and I got none out of it. It's not your fault if something goes wrong, because you did your part in trying to communicate and they did none. So whose fault would it be? You're the one trying to actually make the game run smooth and they're not your problem. So speak up and say something, because you have that to your advantage, at least when it comes to problem solving. You know who the person is to blame, which it's kind of dumb blaming other people, but when it comes to that point, you want to be sure they were the ones that messed up, not you, because you actually did your part in trying to communicate efficiently. I don't know if that makes sense. 3, I think that's 3. Yeah, that's 3. Stop being so cocky, people. It's a children's card game. Calm down. Just because you have a sacky or stacky deck, whatever the term is, people use different terms, doesn't mean it gives you the right to rub it in their face, be like, ha, I'm better than you, this and that. Or, that cocky attitude where you're like, yeah, go, keep going. That tone of voice people use that show that they're just cocky and they know they're going to win, this and that, or they know they have you, when in reality, they really don't know. That gets annoying fast because I come here to play other people, meet new people, and this guy comes out of nowhere and starts and this and that. I'm like, please, why did I have to get stuck with this person? I come here to have a pleasant time, make some new friends, obviously, like I said before. I just want to play, man. Just stop treating it like you're going to get a gold medal for this. I don't know if a lot of people run into that. I do. It's really annoying. This could also refer to Dueling Network. Oh, Dueling Network is just horrible, but, whatever. People act that way just because they can't see you. Now, let's talk about some good habits to develop. And if you already have some of these, good for you. That's awesome. I actually like that. I try to be this way as much as I can because it does help out in making the game better for both players. Remember, this game involves two people, not just one. So one can't do all the work. Both people have to put in. Number one. This is another obvious one, but it seems like people tend to forget the basics when it comes to interacting with another person. Just because it's a card game doesn't mean you throw your morals and your ethics out the window. You still have to act like a, normal human being. It doesn't give you the excuse to be mean and stuff like that. Players will like you a lot more when you put your full attention to the game and respect them. You don't have to mad dog them or make them feel uncomfortable. When playing someone, don't be on your phone. Don't be doing other things unless it's an emergency or something. Focus on the game and give the player your full attention. They are doing it for you, so why not do it for them? It's fair, and I'm pretty sure people would thank you for it. Remember, this game is between two people, and it runs a lot smoother and without errors when both sides are involved. Always be courteous, and I'm pretty sure you will get it in return. Don't detach yourself from the game. Be attentive, focus. Focus. Number 2, good sportsmanship. When it comes to playing, we obviously all want to win, right? It's in our nature. Be a good sport when it comes to losing or winning. Every loss is a good experience, and so is every win. Don't let losses bring you down and change your attitude. Don't let wins make your head bigger. A player will most likely want to play you again if they know you have good sportsmanship, because they know you don't act out whether you win or lose. You just like playing the game. Players like that because you can make new friends this way and probably get better trades because they see you as someone worth having around and trading with. Attitude is everything in this game, and it is really, really contagious. And honestly, guys, it helps out a lot. I've been through this a lot. I tend to be a really chill, laid-back player, at tournaments, and to, talking more. Sometimes we just stop dueling and just, talk about life, talk about our life, introduce ourselves, things like that. So, having a good attitude would not spoil the game. I promise you that. Habit number 3 that's good to have is always be convenient. I love how many people do keep their hand in sight because I don't always have to be asking how many cards do you have in your hand. It's a good thing to do because it's one less thing to worry about while playing. It may not seem like a big issue to some, but honestly, it helps out a lot. We already ask enough questions when we summon or activate any effects, obviously, right? Minimizing the questions you ask makes the game more enjoyable if both players make the games more convenient for one another. The games will be over right before you know it. This helps out when it comes to having time limits, tourneys, etc. I'm just not referring to only your hand. I'm also talking about like graveyard checking, searching, or anything that can be done at a much faster pace without adding the worry of messing something up. Always find ways to shorten small tasks so more time is concentrated on playing. Hope you like this segment, guys. Do you agree or disagree? Is there things you would like to add or take off? Make a video response or comment below. Like, comment, subscribe. This is L1quidSnak once again, reporting from Maddie's Daddy's 12 channel. Also, with the since I'm having a contest on my channel, it ends on the 9th of September. I'm giving out a tour guide, Veiler, and Shein. If you guys want to know the rarities, tour guide is a rare, the black rare. Veiler is a super, and Shein is a super, the synchro, not the 8 level guy. So hopefully you guys can check that out. The easiest way to get in is subscribe. Just subscribe to my channel. It's automatically 1 ticket. If you refer people to my channel, that's a ticket plus. It's easy. Depends on you. And also, I'm still taking suggestions or how the raffle should go down. So once again, this is Liquid Snake reporting from Maddie's reporting. I talk too fast. See, I don't know if you can tell. That's a problem for me too. This is Liquid Snake reporting from Maddie's Daddy's 12 channel. Thanks again, man. Show us how much you love us down below. I always wanted to say that because honestly, that catchphrase is awesome. Take care, guys. Later.